Hi, this is Leon at the Computer Room Nottingham. What we've got here is a iPad mini. As you can see, there's quite a lot of damage on the screen. I'll switch the screen off and see it a bit more. Mainly all down the left hand side. It's been brought into us so we can replace the screen to get it back to its former condition. That's exactly what we're going to do. Now the screen itself, touch screen should I say, works absolutely fine. The iPad does in itself as well, there's no problems anywhere apart from the screen damage. But yeah, we're going to get the screen off and then we'll replace it. Alright, then we're getting the screen off now. We've got sort of three sides up. First we started with the top, mainly with this corner, so we could sort of break away some parts of the screen that were obviously damaged, and then we've just used tools to be able to get it to where we are now. The bottom is still stuck down. What we're going to do with that is heat the whole bottom and then just sort of open the whole screen up, and it'll appear to open up like a book. We've got the flex cable at the bottom that is sort of holding the screen in place to a certain extent. Once we've got that up though, we'll be getting the LCD screen out next, and then we'll move on. Okay, then here we are. We've got the screen open now. As you can see, these are the sort of remains of it to a certain extent. So yeah, what we're doing now, we need to get the LCD screen up with the iPad mini, the flex cable here for the touchscreen, and also the home button which comes along here and integrates with this, goes underneath this part of the LCD, so we need to get the LCD out of the way before we can get this off. Once we've got both screens off, we've got some tidying up to do around the edge, so that we can stick a new screen down nice and flat. But yeah, we'll get the screens out of the way, and then we'll see the insides of the iPad. We've got the iPad here, just looking at the insides of it obviously. Battery, main board here. This is about the area where both screens were connected. This is the old touchscreen. But the LCD and all the screws that were holding everything down just here, set out nice and neatly. So what we're going to do now, we've got the edge of the frame to tidy up, and then we'll look at moving over this IC just here to the new flex cable on the new touchscreen. Okay, then this is the iPad. We've cleaned up all the edges now so that they're all nice and clean. There's nothing on there that's going to stop us from sticking the screen down nice and flat and getting it to stay down. So we're going to put that aside for now. We're going to turn our attention to the old screen. There's a couple of things that need taken off it. We've got the IC here that needs soldering onto the new screen. We're going to desolder that by desoldering all of these solder pads here. The underside of this is soldered onto this IC. Now what we've done is just stuck it down to keep it still. We're going to warm all these up with flux and solder, and then just pretty much peel the whole flex cable off the IC. We're going to do the same thing for the home button circuit. About here on the other side there is some more solder pads that hold that circuit on to the area that it sort of solders to. We're going to do that. Then we'll get a brand new screen and reassemble it with this home button and this IC. Alright, the first part of the desoldering done. What we did, like I say, was just warm the solder joints up, and with the solder belt, and it's just enabled us to peel the whole thing straight off. What we're going to do now, we're going to clean this area of the IC up, then we're going to desolder this area once we've folded it sort of over to expose the solder joints. Desolder the whole home button circuit, and then we're going to get a new screen together. Alright, and we've got the home button circuit off now as well, as you can see. So we've got the three things here now that we need to put onto the new screen assembly. We've got the home button circuit, and the the IC that goes that gets soldered to the flex of the new screen. So we're going to make that up now, and then we'll reassemble the iPad. I've got the soldering underway then of firstly the home button circuit just here. We've not got all the solder joints done yet. We've just got the end two done, these two here. What that's enabled us to do is just pretty much keep it still, so that the alignment marks at the bottom, these two sort of dots here, are in exactly the right place. So what we're going to do now is just go through the rest of these solder them up, and then we're going to flip the whole thing over and sort of stick it down so it's going to be home in the correct location, and then we'll move on to this flex cable. Okay, so we've got this just started. It's right at the end that we've got it soldered in place. The two alignment marks, one here and the one at the other end, they're in exactly the right place. So what we're going to do now is just go through from this end to this end with the soldering. Once that's done, we're going to be looking at reassembling the iPad. Alright, then we've got the LCD and touchscreen connected up. We've got the silver plate going in that sort of covers all the insides up. Once the screws are in on each side of that, we're going to put the LCD screen in place and then the touch screen in place, and we'll switch on. And here we are. We have the iPad switched on, as you can see. We're in the OS now, testing all areas of the touch screen. Working absolutely fine. If I go for the home button, also good. Looking at the settings, we're really just doing that because we can use all areas of the touch screen to be able to make sure that everything is okay, and it is. No problems at all with that. So now what I'm going to do is just stick the screen down. That's all we need to do. As you can see, it isn't stuck down yet, but it is pretty much exactly in the right place. So we're going to switch off, we'll get the screen stuck down, and then we are done for this repair. We're nearly ready for the screen to be stuck down. We've got all the adhesive around the edge of the frame. So what we're going to do now is peel the backings off, take the backing from the inside of the touch screen, stick the screen down, and we are done. Okay, we've got the screen stuck down, as you can see, looking good. The touch screen, as you've already seen, is working absolutely fine. There's no problems with it whatsoever. Home button as well, all good. The screen's gone down nice and easily all around the edges. There's no areas of it that are trying to sort of come back up or not stay stuck down. Everything is fine. So that is that. There we go. Testing all areas of the screen. No problems whatsoever. Alright, so yeah, this is an iPad mini that we've just fitted a new screen on after it suffered some damage. If you've got your own iPad mini in this case with Wi-Fi problems, sorry, not Wi-Fi problems, screen problems after suffering damage, anything like that, then please do let us know. Give us a call, send us a message, we can always help.